this dude. A man wearing a hat with 3 guns around him. It's got me thinking. It's got me thinking hard. Who is this man? And what is he doing with lots of weaponry? Hey, it's ViDWHAL and welcome back to Return of the Obra Dinn. The game we're just trying to play catch up on, really. We're at a stage where we just got a bit of time to solve some deaths. And I have actually solved a couple more. Miss Lim is one. Yes, all we had to do was give her a name. We already knew that she was clawed by a terrible beast, so that was one that I forgot. I mean, this is all about just tying up loose ends. There was also the bosun. We just had to add his name and confirm that he was torn apart by a beast. Another one, Easy Tico, just little details that I'm just forgetting. Who else? Some where I just thought I'd identify them by where they were in the sketch. So this dude was holding onto the steering wheel, so I thought maybe he's the helmsman. I mean, calculated guesses. That's where I'm at. And, you know, going back to the bosun, they were referring to his French friend or something, and they were saying that he's torn apart by a beast. Now, that tattooed bloke, we'll go back to his story. He's sitting up here, on the mast, like a topman, along with the other Chinese, well, and one of them, they got absolutely toasted. By the way, I'm in a hot room, and I've got a little tower fan blasting away, doing its best. But just consider a shiny head part of the show. This dude, we also had to, we actually managed to solve him as well. We already knew he was electrocuted, and I just had to pick a name. So considering there are only 4 Chinese topmen, it was like the second guess, second name on the list, and I got him. So that's what this game sort of needs. It needs like, I recognize that dude. He's the one that fell. He's the one falling in one of the other sequences. Anyway, we're talking about this dude. This ain't Charles Minor, as all the bosun's mate as I thought, because even though in that dialogue he calls him as a Frenchman, I went ahead and selected Maba from New Guinea. I mean, I can't remember if New Guinea was a French colony or something, so maybe there could be some indirect French link. But if he's a top man, that's the best choice, because it's unique. I don't see Englishmen back then having full body tats. I don't think the Russians would have done that either. Yeah. With that being said, I'm looking at this Persian topman and thinking this dude is maybe him, because I think this is the dude falling in the one of the Kraken sequences. I think there was someone else too in the Kraken sequences. The dude with the hat, the dude that got his head blown off. That's another one to solve, and I think I can, because let me go to one of these Kraken ones. Oh, the best way would be through Abigail, because I think hers is the first in the sequence, I believe, if I remember right. So yeah, I did yourselves a favor of pre-solving a couple of these. Alrighty, so where Abigail gets some wood in the face. Now there is the bosun getting his arm ripped off, and I'm looking for this dude. A man wearing a hat with 3 guns around him. It's got me thinking. It's got me thinking hard. Who is this man? And what is he doing with lots of weaponry? Because I think there's another sequence where we can see some other shenanigans. Let's go remember which sequence. Let's check out the Krabby Stabby sequence. With the crabs, the giant crabs. Basically, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to find the pictorial evidence that shows that I think this guy that I'm talking about is is in charge of the weapons. Ready. Let's see if there's anyone carrying weapons. Oof. Oh, what is that? Is that a frickin' like blunderbuss or something? Now that's a weapon. That's a weapon. I'd love to shoot that thing. Anywho, I didn't see anyone holding weapons though. I'll just rummage until I find it, and then I'll rejoin with you. Oh, well, while I'm at it, I was trying to solve this dude before.
One swing. I'll cut her throat when you've done it.
He was referred to as Charlie, and we know he was spiked by a terrible beast, so why not take a punt on his name? And what the... Maybe he's Charles Minor. It wouldn't be the bosun's mate. He's not dressed for it. He looks more, yeah, like a passenger, or a midshipman maybe. He's English. Yeah, they refer to him as Charlie, so maybe he is Charles Herstick.
Come on before she kicks off.
It's as good as any other name for now. But we are really trying to find a man holding weapons. This is the sequence with the cold. Charlie. No weapons in there. Well, I'm sure there was weapons, but not the ones I'm looking for. Oh yeah, that is Alfred Cleastel with such an awesome weapon, the blunderbuss. Oh, here we go. Clues? Well, he's trying to open that, which means he's going downstairs. What's downstairs, huh? He thinks weapons. He thinks weapons. You know what? Why frickin' delay the inevitable? I'm gonna try anyway. This dude is Christian Wolf, the gunner. I seen him holding weapons. And he was shot with a gun. And we still do not know who that mutinous guy was. Oh, although he wasn't... Yeah, let's just find his memories. No, I want to see where he showed up. Alright, so he was in the Soldiers of the Sea. The Doom. Ah, yes. Well, we saw him in the Doom. We already saw that. Let's look at part 6 of the Doom. Alright, so we need to go to the guy that got exploded. The exploded dude was very likely this guy, I think. Is there any evidence? Hey, look at this. There we go. This is what got me thinking. Obviously, he went down to retrieve some weapons. He must have had access. And the key, or whatever, you know. He's the gunner. That dude's the gunner. And I'm sticking by it. I just have to wait until, yeah, until I solve 2 other deaths, I guess. Right, yes. Now, I'll reference that topman, the Persian topman. I want to see if I can actually identify him, because if he fell overboard, he may have just gone missing. And I believe he is listed as a potential missing person. Ah, you know what? I should have really stayed inside that sequence. Let's go back into the sequence. Yes, this guy. Whew. I think he drowned, fell overboard during a storm. Kraken, you know, swimming about the boat. So. No reason to think he's going to survive that. And I think he is Ahmed Gul. And I betcha his number will be on one of those bunks. And I betcha he is sleeping in one of those sequences. Or in that sequence where there's a whole bunch of people sleeping. Was drowned, I guess, by the beast, because the only reason why I fell overboard was the beast attacked. Hey!
Sweet!
I'll tick these off. Charles Hershtick, yes. Oh, that's a bit of a fluke. And that's some good deduction. Alright. Not too bad. That's a very, very net positive. The progress is just coming at me too quickly. Hang on, did it solve the gunner? Oh no, because I need to find out his attacker. Now, one of these characters, the Doctor specifically, I have strong thoughts. I have no other reason to think otherwise that this book was indeed written by the Doctor of the ship, because, simply put, Henry Evans is the name of the Doctor in the manifest. Or the surgeon, sorry, not the Doctor. Henry Evans. But I have a feeling if he wrote this and he wants us to bring this book back to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco, is it very possible that Henry Evans is alive in Morocco and I could solve him? If I say he's alive and in, Morocco, North Africa? Or is it the Middle East? I'm going to have to Google that. Country in North Africa. Good enough for me. That Doctor is alive in Africa. Alright, I'm going to wait for the game to confirm that when we find two others to solve. We already solved this dude's fate, I think. Lars Linde. Lars Linde was attacked by the guy that thought he was responsible for his brother dying. That's right. Let's check it out. Yes. So we need to know who this dude is. Now, I had a bit of thought. He's blaming Lars for the death of his brother. And if I remember right, yes, this guy was the guy that was in the barrel, or crushed by the cargo, the stowaway. You know, the really cheap guy that couldn't afford a seat on this boat, or didn't want to work his way through, on his passage to somewhere in Africa or in the area. Maybe they have the same surname, is what I'm thinking. So maybe I just got to look for two surnames that match. That's a lot of surnames. Although, there's a few solves, so that list is not as long as it was before. Samuel Peters. Isn't that the guy Nathan Peters? Nathan Peters. I remember, actually, in the last playthrough, I was looking at this dude, and I do remember clicking that name. For no reason, actually, and I don't remember even saying anything on the camera. I just thought in my head, that's as good a name as any. Have I inadvertently, with divine intervention, picked one of the brothers accidentally? Because if Nathan Peters is the brother of Samuel Peters, that'll be an incredible fluke and an absolute coincidence. I remember doing that. All we need to know now is his fate. And he's in 15 memories. Maybe we can actually... He disappeared in the Doom. Oh, so maybe we can actually... He disappeared. He's the one of the few that went missing, right? Okay, so... Maybe he went overboard and drowned. That's the only logical... explanation. I mean, where is he in that sequence? I gotta go find it. Gotta bring it up. Yeah, heaps of people. Maybe they all drowned. Could be easy solutions. Okay, so he is present when the mermen were on board, and where the Krabby Stabbies were attacking. So he was heavily involved or present. So understandably, quite irate. Almost couldn't blame the guy for snapping. Oh, and he's in a bit of cold, which means he would have been one of those guys sleeping. Alright, the Doom. Right. Oh. Okay. Is he one of these guys? So that's what I mean, like, it's quite possibly all of those people that disappeared have all drowned. We've got 3 that certainly have drowned. Oh, look at that, the gunner. Again, we know why you're the gunner, because you're the dude dispersing the weapons. That would have been an awesome grab. It's like a marking contest. Anyway, I'm distracting myself. One of the mates, who we are yet to assign a name. But since he is a mate, because he has a hat, I'm just going to give him a name. McMartin. He's going to be McMartin for now. I cannot see one of the brothers. So I think, because he's listed under the disappeared, he's one of those 3. So I would like to know how we got into that boat, but I don't really care. I care more about solving. So, methinks I'm gonna do exactly that. And I betcha they are the Peters brothers. And if that's true, what an absolute spectacular guess. Alright, we're not gonna know though for a little while. Anyone else I can solve? Alright, I think I've caught up with the names on my list. I'll just have a look around because I still haven't found this part 3. This door. You've been in here before. There seems to be a body. Is this going to be part 3? I just don't... I think I saw it in a sequence where some dude was walking out of it. Oh, and that's what happens, right? So when you look at sequences, that's when certain doors like that open. Oh.
On your toes.
Yeah.
Go back there.
Here.
Captain!
Slack the lifts and lower the boats! The whole crew will be on us!
Give it up.
Oh. This has to be... Yes. Murder. Who is doing the murdering? Oh. Nichols? Is Nichols... Did he lead the mutiny? Wait, no, he got shot by the guard. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense why the Formosa bodyguard would shoot him upon return in the longboat, because obviously this is happening. He's kidnapping her. A topman? Yes. Actually, I don't know. Yes, I bet you he's a topman. Yeah, because they're just hanging out. Are you a topman? Well, I'm just going to gift him one of the topman names. Wei Li. And we will assign him his death after this sequence wraps up. Let's have a quick gander around. Him. We've seen that face a fair few times. Murder. Right. Wow. I walked past that door like, what, 2 or 3 times and just did not notice it.
Typical.
Wei Li. Theoretically, Wei Li met unknown. We know he was shot through the chest by a gun by Edward Nichols. Oh, I've sold about 3 people by now, right? So that would normally trigger if that was right. So if maybe he's not Wei Li, maybe he is the other dude. Li Hong, or is he Zhizang? Oh well. It will be one of them. Oh, right, this is going to send us on an endless sequence of parts. But let's just have a quick gander and see who was having fun. Oh, before you were killed. Oh, looks like you got hurt somehow. Survived this exchange. Good on you. Oh, I thought that was you're fortunate that is in your leg and not 4 inches to the left. Or to the right, from your perspective. Ah, Finley. The helmsman. The theoretical... Well, yeah, I mean, he is standing next to the steering wheel. So that just lends credence to me being right. Did he die, or did he just get injured? Maybe he died of blood loss. Or infection. Oh, this dude was... He was on one of the longboats. I thought he died. Maybe I should mark him down as drowned. By the beast, one of the mermen, right? Oh, it's a bit of a punt. I should really follow him up. Who else? So, I wonder what Nichols was thinking. Oh, okay. Yep, that's where he was imprisoned. Oh, excuse me. At the end of the ship, I didn't notice. Oh. That is in the sketch. That's from the sketch. Okay. Oh, I'm back. Oh, okay. Yep. Lead the way. Lazy dust mist. Yeah. At the back. No, at the front. No, at the back.
Make up your mind.
Right. And that adds some more clarity. I wonder if I can also as well pick who the killer is. Well, if I view that, am I just going to see... Am I going to see this? I'm going to see everyone, I think, in this sequence. Here, at least. Oh, I can't select them. Maybe not. Maybe this is something else entirely different. It's titled Justice.
Hokseng Lao, you have been found guilty by self-confession of the murder of Nunzio Pasquale.
Quiet.
As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line. Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir.
Wolf.
Ready, men. Aim. Fire.
Yep. 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 Everyone in that sketch. Oof, you'd feel pretty darn awful. I don't think they are in the sketch. Oh, yes, they are, because wouldn't you know it, Mr. Sketchman himself. I forget his name. Old Eddie Spratt. You captured it so well. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. You know, we get to see the 3D, the 3D representation of that sketch. It actually might come to help quite a lot. Don't know how, but I'll try and make something of it. Oh, that monkey making mates with the cows. Hok Seng, that's the name I heard. And he was shot, so this should be pretty easy solve. From Formosa. Man, and they were like passengers, and they got like justified on the sea. Wouldn't it be so pissed off if like mid-travel, you know, your family's waiting for you on the other side of the journey, and nah, sorry, we had to like shoot them because they took an extra slice of bread that they shouldn't have, you know? Senseless killing, senseless thievery of bread too, maybe. Alright. Who exactly claims credit for the kill? Hang on. Hang on. Are there literally 3 misses? 1, 2, 3. 3 of these guys are shithouse, considering how close that is. I believe the credit lies with you. Oh, this dude. This dude's been responsible for other things. Once we get his name, I think we're gonna solve more than a couple. Yeah. Literally, we are matching you up in the sketch. There's nothing really being gained here. Or does he get the credit because he's the one that gave the order? Ah. But whatever name was mentioned, Wolf. That's this dude giving the order. So if we find... Oh. So maybe that dude with the hat, or the other hat, is not the gunner. Wait. That doesn't make sense. This is the... Well, there's the gunner. Whoa. Who I thought was the gunner. Alright. Next sequence. We will come back and address these loose ends later. Maybe in the next part. Right. Okay. Wait. Is there a dead body in that other sequence? Oh, right. Yeah, we did see that body, but I would like to know more. But we will continue in the next one. I'm literally just going to cut this one here and then start the next one. And we'll come back to it. Yeah, we're just going to keep tidying up and... you know, learning more, and we'll hopefully address chapter 3 more and get some more information, names, And we'll do that in the next part anyway. So, thanks for watching, and if you liked it, give me that like and a subscribe if you want to see more, yada yada yada. And have a good one, and have a good New Year's. If I don't see you, this might be posted after that. But have a good whatever's. Whatever is your own time frame. Make it your own. Don't follow the world's path. Make your own dates for your own holidays and things to celebrate. Anywho, that's enough waffling. See you guys.